welcome back. Today we're going to talk about adding and subtracting decimals. And adding and subtracting decimals is a skill that is useful when we're talking about money or we're talking about anything that has not whole numbers. So let's get right into it. Adding and subtracting decimals is a skill that we need to use and we need to be very precise on because it's going to help us in the end realize exactly what we're talking about. So here we have 6.047 plus 13.46. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and write this as a vertical sum. And what I'm going to do is I am going to make sure that I line up my decimal points. And what we're going to notice is we're going to have this empty space here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a 0 at the end as a placeholder. And I'll label that. And what that's going to allow me to do is that's going to allow me to add straight down the column. So if you want to, you can certainly do it like this, if that helps you keep everything straight. 7 plus 0 is 7. 4 plus 6 is 10, so we're going to regroup there. 1 plus 0 plus 4 is 5, decimal point. 6 plus 3 is 9, and that would be 19.057 is our answer. 19.507. Wrote it backwards. 19.507. Okay, so that is the basic gist of it. We've got 19.507 and we kept our columns in line. The second one is going to be much like that one, except we're subtracting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with 9 and I'm going to subtract 5.28. Well, what you're going to notice is you're missing some pieces because 9 isn't written as a decimal currently. So what I'm going to do is I am going to write 9 as 9.00. You're thinking to yourself, I know I'm going to have to regroup, so what I can do is after I put in these placeholders, I'm going to regroup. So here I am regrouping. I'm going to write this as an 8 and I'm going to write this as it was 10, so now it's going to be 9 and this is going to be 10. Okay, so when I do that, that was regrouping twice. So I needed to get all the way to the hundredths spot. So I regrouped. This would have been 10. Crossed it out, it's 9. So this is 10. Once again, I'm going straight down my columns. And when I do that, I get 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 2 is 7. My decimal point. 8 minus 5 is 3, so 3.72. Okay? That's the basic gist of that. Something that's a variation on this would be if we use some variable expressions. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say R is 2.14 and T is 5.2. Of course, we're going to recall that we're going to rewrite this. We're going to substitute, but then we're going to make sure that we rewrite it as a vertical or a horizontal based on what we need, and we're going to use the order of operations. So here I go. 6.7 plus 2.14 plus, oops, minus 5.2. Order of operations tells us we need to do addition and subtraction left to right. So I'm going to do 6.7 first plus 2.14. And I will put in a placeholder 0 here. And I'll add down my columns kind of like this. 4, 8, 8. So I've got 8.84 minus 5.2. Because remember, I still had to do subtraction of 5.2. So I'm going to subtract 5.2. Well, what I'm going to do is I'll rewrite again. So I've got 8.84 minus 5.2. I'm going to stick in my placeholder 0 here, right? And I will go ahead and subtract down my columns. 4 minus 0 is 4. 8 minus 2 is 6. Decimal point 3.64. Okay? So the trick to that one was making sure that we put in our value, substituting, and then we went ahead and subtracted or added like normal using the order of operations. Okay, here's some to try on your own. There are 6 here. Now what I want you to do is I would like for you to pause, try these on your own. Try them on your own. And I'm going to reveal the answers right after you pause. So pause here, and then I'm going to start writing in the answers. All right, so here's the answers to the second part here, the extra practice that you're trying on your own. 8.41 plus 2.6, 11.01. In B, we've got 1.937 plus 2.28, 4.217. 6 minus 3.74 is going to give us 2.26. Okay? Down here, we would have to substitute, but after you substitute and perform the indicated operations, A is 4.2, B is 6.27, so when we add those, we get 10.47. And B minus A is going to give us 2.07. And C, notice, we've got a subtraction and an addition, so I would have to do them left to right. So I'm going to do that 10.03 first, minus A, and then add B. And what I get is 12.1. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.